Here's a quick tip on how to put servos in, particularly those really buggy little things that we call eyelets, into the bottom of your servo, and then to mount it using the new servo screws that have the Allen head drivers on them. This makes that job so much quicker and easier you just won't believe it. So we'll show you now the technique, and you'll say thank you for Troy Belt Models with this handy tip we have for mounting servos. We have one of the new Power HD servos that we're going to be using and showing you how to install the shock mounting qualities of the servo. We always have a problem with these little eyelets that come with it, and people have a problem dropping them and things like that. So what we're going to do is show you how to put those in. You actually use something sharp like an awl, put a little bit of E6000 on the end of it so it'll hold, let that dry first, and then you can just poke those in from the end like this. It makes it really easy. Make sure that you hold your thumbnail against it when you extract it, otherwise it will come back out with it. But this is a compression item, and you want to use that in your thing from the bottom to keep the compression of the servo. You want to shock mount it. You don't want to tighten it down so tight, so make sure you test your servos by moving them back and forth so that the vibration and any of the stress and the G-forces will go on to the Allens rather than to the shaft of your servo. So once you've got that done, all you need to do, and we've got a little side mount here that's going to give you a demonstration as to how that goes in there. Now you slide this down. A little handy dandy thing that I picked up from Harry Higley up at the Toledo show is this little drill that is designed to get inside of a engine or inside of an airplane like this, wherever you're going to be mounted, so that you can run the drill, the hole itself, and drill that into each one of the holes themselves and hold it in place or hold it in position. You can also drill one hole, put one screw in, and that's one of the ways you can do it as well. Now once you've got that done, you want to use these screws that we sell at Troy Belt Models to hold these on. These are servo screws, and they actually just fit in there. And then get one of our ball drivers. You can see here we've got one of those mounted on this ball driver into this little lithium-ion drill that I got at Home Depot, and this makes the job of installing the servos themselves really easy. And you can twist and shout all night long with a screwdriver, but you can do this and put it in here. It just engages into this screw, and then this is all you have to do. You can put servos in. I can install all the servos that I need in one airplane in a very short period of time. Save your fingers and save the airplane. And you can also reverse this if you want to by putting these in, and then if you see that it's compacted the rubber grommet too much, then you can back it off if you need to a little bit. But this is the fastest and easiest way I have ever seen of putting servos in. These little drivers are just the berries. I've got mine marked with a red tip because they come in several different sizes. But here you go, you've got them mounted, so you want to check on the side and make sure there's no air gap on there, and it's right up against the servo grommet itself, but not compressing it or distorting it in any way. That's the way you hook in a servo, and you know the reliability factor is there for your installation of your servos. That's a wrap-up we've got on the mounting the servos. We hope you'll tune to us anytime you can and look at all the tips on Troy Belt Models, making it easier for the models out there to do the common everyday things that you need to know about.